Well, hello. Sit down. As you can see, another Valorant gameplay, baby. Yes, sir. But that's besides the point. Today, we're talking about something that keeps frying the out of me. I'm not going to lie. But before we get into this topic, like, comment, and subscribe. We're growing at an insane rate. 7 days, 55 new subscribers. We're going to reach 1,000 in no time. Anyways, let's get to the topic. Fat activism, okay, is a lie that is sold to people in order for them to never change and become healthier. And I know there's going to be that one bozo in the comment talking about some fat activism is mainly about, being okay in your body and accepting the way you are. You can accept the way you are and change and thrive within that change. Both of these things is true. I could look at you and go, man, I really love cigarettes, and not smoke them because of the ramifications that come with smoking them. I've never had a cigarette in my life, but I was using that to prove a point that both things could be true. Anyways, the thing that brought me to make this video is two things. Basically, you guys know I've been on a fitness health journey. And two, I seen this video on my timeline, and I kind of wanted to talk about it because it was very interesting on how this individual had their own, take on the whole matter. And I thought it was super interesting. This video we're about to watch is from Will Kelly Wins. He's on Instagram. He's in his fitness journey, and he went to this fatcon of 2025 in Philly. So I'm gonna roll some of the footage of what he recorded in interviews that he did during, his time at the Philly Fat Conference.
I went to a fat person conference. It was crazy. Let's check it out. We are at Philly FatCon. What is Philly FatCon, you ask?
Philly FatCon is really the first convention of its kind, made by plus-size fat people for fat people.
Okay.
Here, you're in a space where you can build community with other people who understand your lived experience, who want to meet you, commune with you, and get a chance to know you, build community.
No surprise, it's mostly women here. I'd say for every 15 women, it's one guy.
Will said, no surprise. It's basically nothing but women at this convention. And it honestly makes sense. I'm not going to lie to you, gang. Imagine a group of niggas making a fat conference to do this. Everybody in the room is getting fried. The entirety of society is cooking the out of you, okay? There's no holding back. And being a dude and being fat, you just got to accept the fact that, listen, man, I can't complain about this. This is not something I can get online and complain about because everybody's going to laugh me off of the internet. Because the perception of dudes basically just having no feeling. We're robots. And with this perception is why we're having a big mental health crisis all over the world. But that's for another video. The point is, if you're a dude and you're fat, you got to suck it up. Get your big ass, big back ass, double wide ass to the gym. All right. But if you're a lady and you're fat, it's slay queen, X, Y, and Z. You'll look fabulous. Lies. All lies. But this is also why the movement exists, but in a lot of the figureheads were women in the fat activist group, and a lot of them died. And some of those figureheads were really trying to, fix their health before the inevitable happened, death. I just don't understand, for some odd reason, people think that health is like a mystery thing, like you having bad health can't result in you dying. I don't understand that. It's very make-believe like. I also feel like a lot of these people have that main character syndrome of oh yeah, that could never happen to me. And then later on down the line, that exact thing happens to them, I can never get diabetes. 500 pounds later at 40 years old, you're getting hit with every autoimmune disease imaginable. They're all stacking against you like a massive debuff. The doctor checks buddy's game feed and it's just negative mobility, negative health, negative stamina. Bro's vertical got a debuff. You know what I'm saying? It's all bad.
What's a fat activist?
Someone who wants people to understand kind of the impacts of weight stigma and just having a larger body and what it means to kind of move around in the world.
This is the first time I've ever heard the word weight stigma or the term weight stigma. Whatever. No joke. I had to dead ass Google it to see is this a real term? And it is. It's basically the same definition as being fatphobic or fat phobia. It's a negative stereotyping, prejudice, and discrimination against individuals based on their body weight. And I'm just going to say it flat out. There's no amount of educating people on weight stigma that's going to make people as a societal whole change the way that they treat bigger human beings. I'm not going to lie to you, gang. And I get it. I'm not saying it's a right thing to do. I'm not saying mistreat bigger people at all. I'm not saying that at all, remotely. I don't even want you to get those two things misconstrued. But what I'm saying is the preconceived notion of people judging you when they see you is always going to forever be a thing. And if people look at you and see you and you're 400 pounds, there's going to be some negative connotations that come with that. People are going to think you're lazy. People might think you smell. People might think, X, Y, and Z. Very negative connotations. I'm not saying that it's right. Okay? Not saying that at all. I'm just saying that we live in a very judgmental society, and the moment people see you, they're clocking it. And the reason because is a lot of people associate bigger people as a whole with having bad habits. And in my head, due to the fact that I have been a bigger human being before, I associate being bigger with impulse control. Because just like how I lost the weight, somewhere along that timeline, I had to eat my way all the way up there. And in order to prevent myself from gaining all of that weight, discipline, like working out, eating the right foods, had to be implemented for me to not have that happen again.
Bro, it's so cool that there's a community for people to get together of like-minded individuals, but I don't know if this is where I should be, being completely honest. I don't want to be fat. So should I go to the fat conference where people are talking about loving yourselves for being fat? Should I love myself for where I'm at? You know what I mean? Or should I keep pushing and going harder and not accepting who I am to get to eventually where I want to go? I don't know. If you have any advice, please let me know in the comments.
I like the fact that Will Kelly ended, the video off like this, and he admits he doesn't want to be fat. Okay, and he's actively putting in that work and striving to not be that way. I think it's an over-encompassing positive message because there are a lot of people that don't want to be big as hell. Okay, there's a lot of people that don't want to be big, gang. And I can guarantee you, without a shadow of a doubt, if there was a magical pill to give everybody their dream aesthetic, dream physique, they would take the pill immediately without even looking back. Okay, because a lot of people don't want to put the work in to really burn those type of calories, gang. It gets harder by 100 pounds. You know what I'm saying? It gets harder by 50. It gets harder by 10 and 5 pounds. God damn it. It really just boils down to, how much do you want it? And, you can get there. It's just very time consuming, but you can get there. You can have results in 2 weeks. You can have results in 3 weeks. You can have results in a month. You just got to keep going. And just like how both things could be true, you can accept yourself and still thrive in an environment and do better and want better for yourself. You can have both of those things, and both of those things could be true. The truest thing out of this is if you really want to show that you have self-love for yourself, the best course of action would be losing the weight and becoming healthier. That is the best way to show to yourself and prove to yourself that you actually really do love yourself. Like that. What are we talking about? I actually just really thought about that. That's the best way to display that and you really feel that internally about yourself. That's the best way to do it. Anyways, that's basically about it. I just wanted to show you guys this. I thought this was, inspirational. I like what Will Kelly's doing. I like his journey. I think that he should just keep on going, man. I don't think the whole fat conference thing should be a thing. I think it's stupid. That's just my eyes. I don't think we should be promoting bad health. We already see what that's doing within that realm of that community with figureheads dying. So that should tell you all you need to know about what's going on over there. But I hope you guys found some entertainment from this video. Like, comment, subscribe. We're growing fast. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep growing. Let's get to that 1,000. But I hope you all have a fantastic day, and I'll see you tomorrow.